Welcome back. Midway Mercantile is a partner of ours here at Park City Television, and we are always grateful for the opportunity to be more a part of the community, especially those parts of the community that are so important and delicious to us, as we have all come here to Park City, to Summit County, to Wasatch County, to live the best lives that we can in this incredible surroundings. This morning, joining me from Midway Mercantile, it's John and Sandra Platt and Pablo Butler. Great to see you guys. Thank you for coming early this morning. Obviously, you guys being in the business that you are. As am I, hosting a show in the evenings. The mornings are a little bit different, so we appreciate you coming and joining us. And you guys are new to me, so tell me about Midway Mercantile, about the idea behind it. Obviously, I'm sure there's many collected years, if not decades, of experience in the business, but putting together an idea that you have, a concept that you have. I love the term mercantile or mercantile. It's different people pronounce it. Tell me all about it.
Well, we have a beautiful historic building. We had been visiting the area for several years to ski and play. And the building that we're in is Midway Mercantile, which was originally a grocery store. The building was built in 1874.
Wow.
And so we've had the joy and pleasure of refurbishing it. It's beautiful. And we had a wonderful architect and designer team that we worked with. And we just had the vision of a really swanky, but mountain town restaurant, and it's turned out really beautifully thanks to our team. And so the space is wonderful, and people from the community have loved coming out and seeing what we've done, and they love that they can now come to the building again and really enjoy it and be part of the space, and so that's been wonderful.
I always think of the restaurant business as similar to a lot of other businesses where there's a lot of competition out there, and in the end, of course, it is important to put a great experience and the best food that you can possibly prepare. By the same token, in the end, you go where you want to hang out, and the people in the end that you want to hang out with. You guys have a great vibe. Just sitting down in 5 minutes with you, I can feel, I know what you're putting into this restaurant, and it's heart and soul business, right? There's no, I know from a couple of waiting table stints in my past that it's a 24-hour-a-day job, and you truly have to love it. Talk about how that mindset and that passion applies to Midway Mercantile and how you create that environment every day.
Well, it definitely is it's an owner-operated business. So you find us there, one version or many versions of us every day. I work as the executive chef, and so I'm in the kitchen a lot. And I think, you know, for us, there is that idea that we want, when people come in, for them to feel welcomed, and not that it's, there's nothing wrong with corporate environments, but ours is meant to be very personal and welcoming, and that's what we do. Day in and day out. Not usually this early in the morning, but
right, exactly,
we do it, yeah.
Exactly. Well, we'll preserve a little thought that all four of us are going to be increasing our energy throughout the day. So by the time dinner service and the Mountain Views program that I host live at 6 comes around, I'm sure we'll all be bristling with energy.
It'll be amazing. It's good.
Pablo, talk about your involvement and your continuing ability to have a passion for this business.
Well, I am a little bit behind the scenes. John and I owned a restaurant in Seattle for 17 years, and we decided to leave Seattle and start a new venture. And so the three of us became involved in finding a place with the help of friends. We found this wonderful building in Midway, and had to remodel it considerably, as Sandra said, to really make it what we wanted it to be, which was elegant but casual, welcoming, and so forth. But I putter around doing the gardening and you know, cleaning here and there. Both Sandra and I are hostess to various nights and days. And John is really the hotshot as far as the food is concerned, and you know, planning the menu and making sure that we've got really great and different food from from some of the other areas.
There's
So
some of Kyle's beautiful cocktails up there on the,
Really
on the
gorgeous.
screen. He does such a good job for
Yeah.
us in the bar, and we haven't talked about food yet. I guess. Can you
No,
talk
we
about-
haven't. I wanted to ask you before we do, though, Sandra, about, on one hand, the restaurant business is very traditionally a family business, and of course we know restaurants that pass generations from one to the next, and those are beautiful stories. The flip side of that is that it is a 24/7 business. Talk a little bit about the family aspect of just being around people all the time, and not just in the family way of, oh, I love you and it's great to hang out, but also we're in the weeds right now, and there's still a bunch of reservations on the books. Can you tell I have some PTSD from the restaurant business? But talk about what that's like to manage a family dynamic and a business dynamic at the same time.
Well, it's an interesting balance. It's kind of a beautiful balance because our son is here with us this morning. He wanted to come along, and he's 9. He's in 3rd grade at Midway Elementary, and you know, it's great. He loves being at the restaurant. He has a few food items on the kids' menu that he created with John. And you know, everyone on our staff knows Jack and can reach out to him, and he can help. And you know, there's always food. Papa's always ready to make Jack something to eat if he's hungry. And we actually have an older son who I say he's launched. He's up in Seattle and college graduate now, and he was raised in our restaurant in Seattle.
Brilliant.
And beautiful environment for him to be there and sitting at one of the tables, doing his homework, doing some studying, practicing Spanish with Spanish-speaking employees. So it does work out well. It's sometimes a bit of a juggling act, but all work is, I suppose, and every family business is going to be, you know, like that. So.
Indeed. Well, it's clear your heart and your minds are in the right place in that regard.
We do love it.
It's fantastic. A great way of life.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the food.
Oh, yeah. John,
How about food?
your shining moment.
You know, I was a high school English teacher and a high school principal in my early life, and I quit that and thought I wanted to get in the restaurant business. Had always loved making food for people, gathering people around food. And so that was about 22 years ago. And then we opened the restaurant 18 years ago in Seattle and had that restaurant. Then we had a catering business to go with it. And what has been fun here, I think, is this opportunity to kind of pull together all the different cooking and eating that I've done in my life and bring it into a restaurant setting where it's a pretty diverse menu. I'm grateful. Lots of people come and go, this is a great menu. I don't know what to have. And so that is, it's fun for me. And you know, that means that, oh my gosh, we do a pasta special every day. So I wake up in the morning, start thinking about what's going to go into that. What ingredients do we have around? What's coming in from the farmer? That sort of thing. And what we've really tried to do is to make it a menu that is simultaneously accessible and comforting for somebody who's just been out hiking or cross-country skiing or golfing, and they can get, you know, simple food, or they can decide to have a very fancy meal of a nice steak or seafood, fresh pasta, and I like that we make it all. It's not anything we buy and then just serve. We make it all from scratch, and I've got a great staff that really puts their heart into it in the kitchen, and I feel like when the food goes out, they are offering it to the world, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Pablo, what's your favorite dish?
I would say the trout, which we now have on the lunch menu as well, and I love it. I love the preparation and the things that come with it. So that's my favorite, but I've got other things that I turn to as well that I really enjoy. And we have a great brunch menu on the weekends. You know, eggs fixed in a number of ways and all kinds of wonderful things that really attract attract me, and it's a great way to start the day. And I eat there lots.
He's our best customer.
So I know that menu and I love it.
That's excellent.
And we've got a great bar as well, a wonderful wine selection and so forth. And that really is a great complement to what we serve.
It's so important to a great meal.
Part of Pablo's behind the scenes, though, is that we make fresh baked pies all the time, and he is the master behind the dough for that. And they really are great. And
no easy feat.
That's the hardest part, yeah.
Yeah, it is, and he's got a great touch for it. So
That's fantastic. As soon as you said trout, I could hear my dad saying, "That's a lovely piece of fish."
Yeah. Well, it's lovely and ample. I mean, it's really a wonderful
And that matters
meal.
when we're out doing stuff. And we're not tiptoeing around Manhattan. We're getting it done here in the back country. And Sandra, how about you? What do you enjoy on the menu most?
I continually boomerang back to the filet mignon, which comes with a beautiful sweet potato, kale, gratin, and so I love that. I always love the fresh seafood. John and our sous chef Ian often come up with a beautiful dish for either of those, and the fresh pasta. So, and also we have wonderful salads. I love our salads. So they are great. Yes.
So this weekend,
Yes.
it'll be her favorite. So we'll do fresh pasta. We've got some chanterelle mushrooms in from our beloved Northwest.
Brilliant.
So we're gonna make a creamy marsala sauce with the mushrooms, serve it with our fresh fettuccine, and put some beautiful scallops on top of it. Last time I did it, I made a bacon beurre blanc, because a beurre blanc should always have bacon in it, right?
No arguments here.
We may go that way again, but this time of year it's a little quieter, so we'll kind of focus more on the seafood on the weekends. During the week we do our shrimp and grits dish, and we've got our trout and salmon all the time. But I like on the weekends to be able to step it up a little bit. So.
I gotta go. I got a lunch reservation I gotta make.
I have to add that John has a wonderful meatloaf recipe, and last weekend he served it as a special, and oh my gosh, it was fantastic. Everybody loved it. The staff gobbled it up. So
The toughest audience, right?
Yeah. So we go from the more elegant dishes to the real comfort food.
It's fantastic. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for coming in to share this morning. Your vibes are so great. And like I say, to me, that's the essential ingredient in a place that you want to go, not just once, but you want to make one of your regular spots. So I look forward to seeing you guys. And the final thing is, tell us where to get information online and social media.
Oh, so we're at www.midwaymercantile.com.
Great.
And we're on Facebook, Midway Mercantile Restaurant. And one more quick plug we should add, we have a beautiful back room that has exposed beams and chandeliers. We can do smaller events in there, dinner parties, seated dinner parties for up to about 30 people, and reception style for 50 with an outdoor space. Next summer we have a couple weddings on the books already.
Nice.
So they can be outside for their ceremony and then come in for a reception. So we're very excited about using our space, and the building is just beautiful for what we envision doing here in Midway, so we're really excited about it. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. Great
Thank
to
you.
meet you guys.
Thanks,
and
Terry.
I look forward to sitting down for a meal together soon.
Good deal.
We look forward to
Cheers.
this. Thanks.
MidwayMercantile.com. Put it on your list. First and foremost, you go to a place where the vibes are good and the welcome is warm, and then the food is special, and that's Midway Mercantile. I look forward to being there. Quick break. We continue on right after this. Please stay tuned.